Welcome back. It's your best friends. It's Austin, and
It's Sean.
that's my boy over there. How you
It
been, man?
is it is your boy. Pretty good. Coming to you live 2 weeks later
Yeah,
than you
2 weeks
normally hear
later.
us.
We were
Um,
slacking last week.
yeah, but that's okay. We're here back and just as good. I was gonna say better than ever, but
I don't know if that's true.
we're just chilling.
Better
I'm
than
good.
ever? All right. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week I texted Sean on you said it was Wednesday. We could go back to the
I
the
thought it was Wednesday.
logs. I don't know, but I was just like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to record on Thursday. And he was just like, damn, what the fuck? All right.
Nah, that's not true. I thought it was Wednesday because it
And
was
then he
like
called me a bunch of
Wednesday.
names, and
Yeah,
then
I was like,
yeah,
what's the worst thing I could call him right now,
he
just to
said
hurt
he
his
said you're no
feelings?
longer your best friend, and I was like, hey,
Yeah,
dude,
you're
take it
an
back.
acquaintance at best.
Oh my
Um,
God.
and then I said JK,
Yeah,
which
JK,
is
the JK
tech
fixed it
speak
all.
for just kidding. I don't know if you guys.
Whoa, that's
Yeah, I don't know.
crazy.
That's
Is that
a
what that means?
yeah,
I thought it was like a you know?
yeah. um,
It's
yeah.
like someone scoffing.
Since our last episode, I got a kitty cat.
What? Dude,
Yeah.
this is so much like our first episode, which if you haven't seen it, it's so bad. But go
It's
watch it.
really bad. It is really bad.
At
I
least the
should go
first
back and
the
listen to
first
it.
15 minutes was really bad. It got a little better after that, but oh my God. Anyway,
Yeah. It's still probably one of the
uh
best articles we had though, dude. I was
yeah,
crying.
so
We should
good.
bring it back.
I thought I was gonna, yeah, we should. I was thinking about that for like episode 100 or 50 or some kind of big milestone. We should bring that
Yeah, we
article
should
back.
bring that one back. Run it
So
back.
good, bro.
But yeah, first
Anyway,
episode, we Austin had just gotten the podcat, which is we've talked about it on the podcast before, his little kitty cat
yeah.
Millie.
I don't know where
Um
she is right now.
yeah, I don't know. But I got a little kitty cat. She's like a little brown,
Is she near enough for
black
you
and
to
brown.
grab her?
If you can stall a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'll stall a little bit and say that no matter what Sean's story is about his cat, okay, mine's cooler. All right. He did not find his cat in a cookout parking lot. That's all I know. Oh my goodness. Look at
Very,
that
very
little
dark.
cat.
She definitely does
How
not
old
look
is
well
she?
right now. She is 6 months old. At 6 months. Yeah. And
Wow.
there's
So
no like
she's
crazy story about it. I literally was just like, I kind of want a cat. And I've been like going back and forth about like wanting a cat. And I was just like, I mean, I work from home. So like if there's a time to get a cat, now is definitely a good time to get a cat. It's very nice to have someone to take care of and spend time with while I'm at home doing the job. So
yeah.
I was like, yeah, why not? So I went to one of those cat cafes. Have you ever been to a cat cafe?
No.
Um, there's one near us, and literally it's just like you pay like a $10 fee or something like that, and then you go and you can get some coffee, and then you just go sit in a room with like 12 cats. You can just play with them for like an hour, and then they
Dude,
are partner with
so
like
many
an
people.
adoption agency, and you can go on and
Uh
like fill out an application, be like, oh, I like this cat, I want to adopt this cat. So I went and played with
that's what
them.
that is?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was where you bring your cat and drink coffee with your cat.
No. Now cats probably shouldn't have coffee.
Wow. Why not, bro?
It doesn't feel right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm no cat doctor
No,
or
you're
doctor.
definitely not. Yeah, that's the correct term.
The
Thank
correct term, yeah.
you.
But yeah, I don't I don't have any crazy story. I was just like, I want a cat. So I went and got a cat. And
So you were drinking
she is a
coffee
sweetie. Yeah.
and you were like, I want this four-legged animal to be in my house, just roaming around, doing
Yeah.
whatever it wants to do. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What kind of food is she eating? Some
Hills
like
Science Diet kibble type
oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all like four different things, I think. But
Yeah, probably.
yeah, science
Well,
diet, that's the thing.
Hills Science Diet is the brand. And then I don't know what it's
Yeah.
like whatever their like regular kitten food is. Um,
An infant kitten.
infant kitten. I was watching a clip of Dave Asprey today, and he was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Speaking of which, TrueDark glasses, go check them out in the description.
Hey, HomeBiotic, go
And
check it out.
HomeBiotic, go check it out in the description. And he was talking about like school lunches and stuff like that. This is like totally not super related, but I'll bring it back. And he was like, yeah, basically like school lunches are like kibble, like you feed animals. And the comparison he made, he was like, did you know that golden retrievers, like, I think he said like 100 years ago or something like that, lived to be like their life expectancy was like 18 years old, but now it's 12 years old, and it's because they've transitioned from like whole food like based diets to like this kibble type stuff. And he was like, that's what's
Mm,
happening with the school lunches and like these fake chicken nuggets and stuff like that. I thought it was an interesting clip.
dang.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a controversial one.
that is a controversial one, but
Like, anyway,
yeah, I don't know. The thought of the cat food reminded me of that clip, and he was talking about how I didn't know that about golden retrievers,
me
that their
neither. That
life
sounds a little
expectancy
bit
decreased.
crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Dude, that's a 50%, no, 33% decrease.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Imagine if humans had a 33%. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, that would be catastrophic.
Wow. Anyway,
But
on
yeah,
that good note,
she's a
let's
sweetie, and her name is Tika.
why is there okay, I asked you that off camera. I'm still confused. Give me the give me the give me the rundown of the name.
Well, so a while ago, I had a roommate who got a cat, and the night that he brought the cat home, we had tikka masala for dinner, which is an Indian
Oh,
dish, which is delicious. And they were trying to think of names, and I thought Tika would be a good cat name, but it doesn't really fit this one. And like when I got her, I was like, Tika fits this one because it's like I don't know, it's kind of like a sweet name, very like chill. I don't know. It just fits. There's no
so
crazy
you think
story.
your cat is chill?
Yes, I do think my cat is chill. She's
What
starting to
if
get more
in a week?
comfortable though.
Yeah, she's getting more comfortable. She can get crazy.
Yeah, she yeah, last night she got the zoomies, but she's also
Oh
very
yeah.
like she's very like cuddly and just like will
Does
just
she
lay with
snuggle
you.
with you at night, like when you're
Yeah.
going to sleep?
Well, I've only
Oh,
had her for 2 nights, and the first night when I brought her home, she was kind of like freaking out because I think it was just like she was not like prepared to be going home with a human. So she was not sleeping with me. She was like somewhere else, and then she jumped up on my bed last night and slept with me for like a little bit, and then she got like a burst of energy and like ran out of my room. So while I was sleeping, she was like going burst, blowing off steam. And then she came back up and snuggled with me a little bit more. But yeah, she's sweet.
oh.
It's cute. Yeah,
Well, I'm glad you got a companion.
me too. You have to come meet her
Yes.
sometime and see my
Yeah,
place
I
because you
do.
still haven't
I
seen my
still,
place.
dude. I don't want. I'm sorry. I'll do better
To be
in the
fair, I
next
both of us
in the
have been
next few
very
days.
busy.
Yeah, we have. In the next few days, we're gonna make it happen about
Yeah,
that. You got coffee?
you have coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm there, bro.
game over. Let's go. Let's go.
It's over. You got a coffee and a Wi-Fi fucking internet connection.
That's what we
We're
like.
good,
We're
dog.
good, brother. No,
We're
cat.
good.
Cat, not
What?
dog. Cat dog.
Oh,
Anyway,
oh,
you want an
yeah,
article?
yeah. I do.
Cool. Let me just
I'm gonna
look
give you
at
a factor fib too. I'm gonna give you a factor fib. Whoa,
should we do
would you
that
look at
first?
that? Dude, look at that. Just leave that right there.
All right. Look at
Here's
this
our factor
website.
fib. Just leave that right there. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
beautiful. Okay. My fact. Are you ready? I
Oh,
don't
I'm
think you're
ready.
ready. Are you sure?
Hold on. Ready?
All right. Visible light. Name some colors in the visible light spectrum real quick.
Blue,
Okay.
green,
Couple more.
red,
Okay. Keep going.
yellow.
Okay. Of all the colors in the visible light spectrum, the wavelength of red light is the longest. Red light has the longest wavelength of any wavelength in the visible light spectrum. Is that a fact or a fib?
I think it's a fact.
Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna go with what is fact. Woo! Let's go.
Good job,
Let's
brother.
go. That felt right.
Didn't it?
Yeah. I kind of like I don't know, equate like deep red light to like a bass sound, like in
Mm.
music, which is like kind of like
Yes.
a similar like wavelength. So I don't know. The
Mm.
logic in my head that's it kind of like drew that line. Um,
The logic steered you in the correct direction.
hell yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right,
I
good
like
job.
it. Felt good about that one.
You killed it.
You know what else I feel good about?
What?
cloudmusicsuite.com. It's your home for private music lessons.
It is.
And I
It
think anybody
is.
who's listening should go check it out and take a look at our wonderful instructors. There's no available lessons, but you can message them to
Yes, can.
schedule a lesson. So go check that out. Um, Canadian judge approves lawsuit by parents who say children stopped eating and sleeping to play Fortnite. So,
Okay, hold on. This is not Fortnite's fault. This is the parents' fault, bro.
I know, dude. I know.
Uh,
But it says one of the parents claims their son played the game nearly 7,000 times. That feels low.
it does feel really low.
I don't
7,000 times. How long
I
has this game been out? Since like 2018?
the parents would be probably appalled at like the Steam hour count of some people's games.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
dude.
Like there are some people where I'm like, dang, I don't even know how that's. I didn't even know it was possible to get that many hours in this game. Like, jeez.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
but
so wild.
that's pretty wild. Let's dig into it a little bit. I haven't. Oh, that's tough.
That is so tough.
You
Hey, it's
know
free and
what?
easy, man. It's free and
I
easy.
will not be giving them my email. That's
Well,
tough.
let's just assume. Let's make our own article
Yeah, that's a
here.
good. That's a new one. I like that. A Canadian judge has approved a lawsuit brought by Quebec parents who claim their children became addicted to popular online video game
Yeah,
Fortnite.
they probably did become
Um,
addicted to popular online video game Fortnite. But once again, this
this
is
is
not
not Fortnite's
Fortnite's
fault.
fault. Okay,
This is not Fortnite's
Fortnite
fault.
made a good game. I mean, who is it? Epic Games is that makes
Yeah,
Fortnite? Is that
Epic.
okay? Epic, they're beasts. Like they're great at making these addictive games that have this catch that makes you want to come back for more, and
Hmm.
et cetera, and make you want to spend money, which should probably be the part of the lawsuit, not the they stop eating and sleeping part. So yeah, make your kids stop playing the game and make them eat food. Make them stop playing the game and make them sleep. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
This
that's
is not the
not.
court's
I'm
place
curious to
to get
know how
involved.
old the children were too. But
Yeah, I don't know.
like, this is
17.
your fault,
Yeah.
parents. I don't want to point the fingers, but I also want to point the fingers and say, this one's on you. If your kid is doing something you don't want them to be doing, you should probably parent them. Anyway,
Yeah, you probably should.
um, real quickly, this website's probably like a 4.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a 4. You have to put your freaking email in to see the
Yeah, that
whole
one's
article. That's
tough. A 4 at
so
most.
unfortunate.
That just. I'll try it later. What does that do? Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Oh, let's
The
go.
court concludes that there is a serious issue to be argued, supported by sufficient and specific allegations as to the existence of risks or even dangers arising from the use of Fortnite. Um, does not the judge ruling noting that the action does not appear frivolous or manifestly ill-founded. They would forego sleeping, eating, showering, highly addictive. Yeah, I mean,
Throw their Xbox away.
one of the
Throw their
parents claimed in the
PC away.
lawsuit that their son had played the game 6,923 times and got angry when his parents tried to limit his game time, including by putting a lock on the computer. Um, yeah. Epic Games said there's not sufficient evidence that video game dependence is not a recognized condition in Quebec and added that the American Psychiatric Association said there was insufficient evidence to classify as a unique mental disorder.
I agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I mean, you're going to get addicted to, you know,
Anything that has a
anything.
dopamine hook.
Yeah, exactly. Like video games
Yeah.
is just one of many things you can get addicted to. It's just
Oh
probably
yeah.
easier access.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. My mother sent that one to me today, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So
That's
I did not
crazy.
read it. I find it
Dude,
interesting that like I had a theory. I can't remember the crux of the theory though, but basically it had something to do with how video games like transitioned over the years. Like I feel like it slowly has gone from like games where you create things and like role play and develop your character, and there was like a payoff. There was like a long wait until it paid off. Like those kinds of video games, things like World of
I
Warcraft,
mean,
Skyrim,
okay, yeah.
SimCity, stuff like that, where you're like building a city and stuff like that. And now it's like most of the bigger games are like the quick, like really short team based combat games that are just like quick dopamine fixes.
I mean, I
Um,
feel like it's been like that for a long time.
you think so?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think some of it, yes, is like psychology of the people playing it. But I also think some of it's like personality type.
it's
Like
true.
a more like reserved, calculated, calm person is probably not going to be a high level COD player, or Halo player, or Overwatch player,
It's probably
or
true.
CS:GO player. Someone that's like an anxious, like outgoing. That's what they call them. That's what they call anxious people, outgoing.
Outgoing.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I think that person tends to be on the more fast paced side. And it's
Yeah.
like the sports that people are a fan of too, you can kind of figure out something about their personality type as well,
Mm,
with like the pace of the game.
that's true. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's just less. Um, I don't know what it says, but I feel like it's just more common those quicker games now
I think they're
than
easier to get people to spend money on.
that's well,
So that's
yeah,
why they've
that's
taken over.
probably true. Um,
Like, I think it's harder to get someone to spend money on Minecraft than it is to get them to spend money on COD or Fortnite or whatever.
I feel like a lot of the those games are free though. I mean, the where they get you is like the in-game
Yeah, that's what I'm
purchases.
talking about.
Yeah.
Wasn't Minecraft like really cheap? Minecraft's cheaper. Look, with that argument, Minecraft is a cheaper game than um Fortnite. Oh wait, no, sorry, not Fortnite's free. My bad.
Call of Duty.
Minecraft's a cheaper game than Call of Duty and Halo and Overwatch and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. I think Minecraft's like $30 or something like that.
I thought it was like 20, but yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Um, yeah,
There's
I don't
hella
know.
in-game purchases.
It's interesting. I want to play Minecraft. It's a good game.
Dude, we should play some Minecraft.
I'm definitely in. Uh, let's see.
A Minecraft, your best friends episode.
A Minecraft, a Twitch stream.
That'd be funny, bro.
If anyone would watch us play Minecraft, let us know in the
Let us
comments.
know. Yeah, let us know.
That'd be dope.
Be
Um,
fun.
yeah, that would be pretty fun. Did you know that word of the year according to shoot, who was it? Uh, some
Word of the
dictionary
year.
is goblin mode.
That's pretty funny.
You should know
I'm kind of
Oxford
mad that they
Dictionary.
said a word of the year is two words, but whatever.
Uh,
We'll go with it.
yeah.
Goblin mode, bro.
That
Is
was
it
gonna
hyphenated?
be no.
It's two words, and they call it the word of the year. That's some 2022 shit right there.
The name of I just pulled up this article because I wanted to check in what dictionary it was. And the name of this article is "We're all capable of going goblin mode," which is
How do they define it? How do they define it?
let's see, goblin mode. The public vote went to goblin mode by 93% majority. That's incredible.
What was the second option? What was the second option?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Dude, it's gotta say. We gotta figure this out. We gotta get to the
Top
bottom of
three words
this.
of the year.
Yeah, dude. Top three, like, or was
I
it
wonder what last
Oxford?
year's was. It's gonna be
Yeah, I
something
want to
like
know what last
swag
year's
or
was
something.
too. No, dude, Swag was probably like 2008 or
Yeah, that's
2011
probably
or
that's probably
something.
true. Um, I might define goblin mode as unbridled domestic liberation.
Jesus Christ.
um,
Domestic liberation. Yeah,
yeah.
sure. I'm
Have you
with it.
heard that? Have you heard that term?
Goblin mode? Yeah, I
Yeah,
have. It's
it's
been a
just like
while,
chilling.
though. It's been a
Um,
while.
yeah,
Maybe like 5 months since I've heard it, to be honest,
Yeah.
or maybe 4.
It's
I don't
basically
know.
just like being lazy. It's just like, ah man, it's a good day to go goblin mode. Like I'm just gonna kick it today.
I'm gonna just go goblin mode, bro. Dude, I'm not even trying to do that. How you feel about goblin mode? I'm just trying to hit up that. You know what
No, dude, what do you think
I
2021's
mean?
word of the year is?
Dude, this is so hard. Can I have 4 options?
Yeah. Wait,
I'm
four
not gonna look at
options.
like four. Like, give me a multiple choice. I'm not looking at the camera, so I don't know. You can make whatever facial expression you want. Four
Uh,
options for what the word of the year was for 2021. You said, right?
yeah, it was for 2021.
Take your time. Take your time.
Mm. It's is it languishing, NFT, vaxxed, or
I'm not.
or hybrid work?
I'm happy if it's any of those. Dude, NFT. Oh my god.
word, word of the year is NFT. That's a
Is it?
fucking no. It's
Okay.
just
All
I just
right.
say I think. Okay, what's your guess, real quick?
It's not NFT, is it?
It's not NFT.
I'm gonna have to go with Vaxxed.
It is
Yeah,
Vax.
Jesus
It is
Christ, dude. What was
Vax.
the last one you said?
Uh, hybrid work.
Yeah, dude, I can see it being that too.
I can see
Fucking
it being that too.
NFT, bro.
Uh, uh,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
I'm I'm really curious. I'm going down the rabbit hole now. What world of 2020? What's the word of
Dude,
the year?
2020, I bet it was COVID. It was
It
just
was
like,
pandemic, actually.
oh, Jesus Christ. Uh,
Anyway, um, yeah, I was made aware that the word of the year this year is goblin mode last week, and I
did
was
you
gonna
ever
bring.
find out what the number two was for this year?
No, I didn't. Top 2022 words according to Oxford.
Goblin mode. That's a good one, man.
Um,
It goes along with the quiet quitting theme that
oh,
2022
that's
has
so
brought.
true. You think goblin mode is a Scrabble word?
I hope so.
Me
It should
too.
be.
It should
Needs to
be.
be.
Goblin mode. It is defined as unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy,
So funny, bro.
slovenly, or greedy,
Greedy. What?
typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations.
Respect.
So,
Find number two.
COVID.
Number two word was COVID this year.
It says, according to global language, denier. No, this is the most commonly used word.
Denier. I've never heard that in my life.
According to Merriam-Webster, word of the year is gaslighting.
I can see it. I can see it.
What? You don't believe me?
I get it. That was funny.
Thanks.
Seize the opportunity.
I did. I had to. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Merriam-Webster's 2022 word of the year is gaslighting. Pretty good.
All right. All right. Anyway, let's get off this
Anyway,
word of the year thing.
yeah. Next. You got any thoughts of the week?
Yeah. Um, I got a few. Let's see if you've ever felt this before. You ever like heard something when you were younger, and then it like didn't make sense to you, or you thought like, oh, it's so difficult, or it's so hard, or it's so like complex, or whatever, or that like a certain concept, just like you're just like, no, I don't, nah, like I don't understand. And then you'll hear it like 6 years later, while never like brewing on it or sitting on it or like thinking about it, and you're just like, why did I ever think that was hard? Like this is so easy.
Yeah.
Like you didn't work on it, you didn't do anything to get better at whatever that thing was, but you were just like, this is so simple.
Yeah. I've definitely felt that
Yeah,
before.
I think. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, I had another thought. That I'm glad you felt that before. I've felt that before too. Here's my actual thought of the week, though. I'm sorry.
Nice.
There's
Yeah, we were podcasting.
I fucking forgot, bro.
Your body language told me that you were like, dude, we're not recording anymore.
I'm like chilling, fucking. All right, let me sit up and get a little more. All right, fuck. Oh my god. All right. I'm
For
locked in.
context, this is the latest that we've probably done a podcast
Dude, you're
before.
right. We're
So
just
we're a little slap happy, dude. Like it's past our bedtimes. Damn.
totally forgot, bro. All right. We're
Whew.
recording. We're recording. We're good. We're in there. Okay. Here's my actual thought of the week. I think that soft skills are not harped on nearly enough in the context that they could be harped on, and the value of, well, this runs kind of deep, but I'll just let that thought sit for a sec. I don't think soft skills are harped on enough. I don't think they're developed enough by the people who are in positions to help people develop them. And then, kind of like on the other side of that, I think you had that. Do you ever have that teacher in school where you were like, this is just like so, in the moment, you're like, this is like unnecessary. How much they're expecting of me. You know what I mean? That person is a godsend, just like a lot of people who they come in contact with. Those type of people are very important. And then on the other side of that, another separate thought of the week, people who kind of go against the grain are very, very, very important people to come across in your life at some point too. So it's kind of like three thoughts wrapped into one. But in general, it's because we didn't do a podcast last week. That's why I have so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft skills not taught enough, not focused on enough, not developed enough. The person that was like putting so much responsibility on you when you weren't ready for it, that's an important person because they understand the value of soft skills and they understand that sometimes you got to get thrown into the fire in order to no, not to develop them, but to have an impetus to develop them, to have a reason to develop them, and have a reason to get pushed in a particular direction. How do you feel about that first thought? Got any follow up thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree. I was sitting on the soft skills thing. Why do you think why do you think that is? Like, do you think it might has something to do with like virtual learning and like the need to, I don't know. Like when I think about like soft skills being taught, I think about school, right? Like high school and middle school and stuff like that. And I feel like just over the years, it's kind of all transitioned to like how little can we do in person and how much of it can we do on the computer. Do you think that contributes to it? Or that's like
I
the
don't
main
think so.
reason? No.
I don't think that's the main reason. I think the main reason is people are worried about how they'll be perceived. As a leader of a group of people, I think they're worried about how they'll be perceived if they put the standards in a certain place. If they put the standards really high, they're going to be perceived negatively by some people for some portion of time because they're not ready to have stood up to those standards. I think that's one thing. And I think another thing is it's hard to figure out like how much responsibility you should release onto someone else and when. to release it, like the time frame of how to release responsibility. Because most of the things we do are seasonal. A semester is seasonal. A school year is seasonal. Sports seasons are seasonal. Music seasons, right? So typically, the people who are leading you from some sort of inception point to some sort of culmination, right? I don't think there's a, it's really not talked about. And I can tell you this factually, it's not talked about by anybody that's in these positions. And I can tell you that with 100% fact and certainty. That conversation is never had, but it's a very important conversation to think through. It's like, on day one, am I going to expect them to understand the procedures of this class? Am I going to understand them, expect them to understand the procedures of this team and the typical protocols we go through? No. You're going to have to be able to be like, hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is why we do it. Here's the reasons. Here's why it's important. I need you to adhere to this. And then you let them know, and you're like, all right, you release one piece of responsibility and you put that on them. And then you release the next level of responsibility, next level, so that by the end of the thing, by the end of the culmination period, they got a lot on their plate in terms of personal responsibilities. And it's not like to an overwhelming sense. Like they don't have to be a full self starter where you're just like, let's use a class, for example. Hey, you have to read pages 55 through 90 in the textbook and teach your peer group. Like it's not like that. But it's like they need to be able to figure certain things out without you walking them all the way through it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Using the framework that was set
Yes. And it's
from the
like
get
with,
go.
yeah, and it's like with music with us. Like we need to, as a season progresses, whether it be a high school season that you're pulling someone through, an independent season that you're pulling for someone through, you need, they need to know, whoever you're teaching, that there's a point in time where we're not going to go into that thing anymore that you need to be masterful of. We're going to expect that you have that as background knowledge that you can build upon and reference back to. That's a form of responsibility release, right? Not
Yeah.
taking someone through, not taking someone through step 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah. At
and
some
basically
point, it's
starting on
like
step 9,
you're
you
right.
know?
Yeah, you start on a step, and it's like you should know how to do 0 through 8
Yes.
now.
Yes, and when 0 through 8 is not respected, you gotta lay, you gotta lay the law down, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let them know like this is not acceptable in this tribe that we have built, whether that be a classroom, a sports team, a music ensemble, a company. It doesn't matter what it is. Someone needs to be there to be like, yo, this is not how we're going to reach our goals. The standards are different now than they were 3 months ago, and we're we, meaning probably a small subset of individuals, are not up to that standard right now, and it's
Yeah.
fully on
We're
that
not ready.
person. Yeah, and it's like, hey, and it's on you. Everyone else is fine.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror. What can we do? Um, yeah, I don't know if that was too long of an answer, but
No, it's a good answer. I think, yeah, the best teachers I've ever had kind of do that thing where they like teach you how to teach yourself, which I kind of
yeah,
think is like the shorter, like less complicated version of what you just said, which is just like, the best teachers don't just teach a subject, right? They slowly release that responsibility onto you. Like,
yeah,
um,
and I heard someone say it like this: if you can understand the story of what you're trying to build, then you're in a good spot. Meaning, like I teach chemistry, right? If someone can understand the story of chemistry, that's good. I teach music as well. Someone can understand the story of if I'm leading them, why I started here, why I went here, why I went here next, and why I went here next. They're good, And I'll ask them, like, why are we doing this right now? Like, why do you think we're doing this thing right after we did that thing and before we do this thing? And I'll ask every level of student, whether it's a sixth grader that I'm teaching or whether it's a 23-year-old. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna make sure I'm checking in with them so that they know, okay, I'm trying to put these pieces together for you so that I can tell you the story of why I'm taking you through and why I'm taking you through. And that once I've been able to release that responsibility onto them, now my job is even more high level than it was, and I can dig into the things that are even harder than I could previously. So yeah,
It's a
just
good
making sure
point.
everyone.
I've definitely had like math classes and like science classes. Like I remember my chemistry class being like really segmented. Like each unit was just like kind of by itself, and concepts didn't really build on top of each other. And yeah,
Unfortunate.
especially it is unfortunate, especially with stuff like that. It makes the most sense to make sure you're just like, hey, like this is what we're building towards. Like, hey, make sure you need to, you need to check in on your stoichiometry or whatever it is because we're using that for this next thing. I feel like you see that more. It's easier to see that path with things like math and science classes that are like problem based. Um, Maybe less so like history class, but also at the same time definitely history class because it's just very much like you could treat them as like individual things, but it is building up to what is now. You know what I mean? So
Good point. I never viewed it that way when I was in history class. I
me
hated history
neither. It
class.
was I hated history class too. Yeah, I always took it as like, man, it's like this unit's done. Now we're on to the next thing. But
Yeah, I
the
didn't
best
care at all.
teacher is like saying like, remember back in unit one at this time period where this person of interest said this thing. This is
Yeah.
the ramifications of that, and it's like, oh, you know what
And
I
you're
mean?
like, dang, yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
My
Um,
actions mean things. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. I like that thought of the week.
What was my second thought of the week? I lost it.
For
We went down all these rabbit holes.
yeah, we did. Well, you had the thing about soft skills and
What was right after that?
people that challenge you are
No,
like,
after that.
okay, shoot,
I don't know.
HomeBiotic. You should go check out some
Click the
HomeBiotic.
link in the bio. Also, there's gonna be a pinned comment down there. It'll be for the Patreon page. Okay. It'll be the
Yes,
Patreon. You can be one of three tiers. You can be a your best acquaintance, your best buddy old pal, or your best friend. Okay. Get some exclusive content. Vote on some articles, vote on some topics, listen to some deep dives and some pre-show party.
yes, I like it. Thank you
You
guys
got a thought of the
for
week?
watching the clips. If you guys caught them last week, in place of an episode, we
Yeah.
got those clips up there where we talked about Stadia and why we write stuff down. So go check them out if you missed them. Do I have a thought of the week? Nah.
Spin your best friends.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll bring one next time.
His brain is empty, guys.
Completely.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to teach some drums this weekend. That's my thought of the week.
Man, me too.
Be a good
Check
time.
the Instagram story.
My other thought of the week is we should get a guest on here at some point.
Did you get my text earlier today?
I did. We have somebody coming up on a special episode. So
A special episode. A special somebody on a special episode.
a very
Yeah. If
special
you're
somebody on
listening,
a very special episode.
if you think it's you, wait. You
Wait,
think you know who it is?
if
Comment
you think it's
comment down
you,
below.
comment. It's me.
This is gonna be one guy. If you think you know who it is, comment down below. All right. Well, I'm tired. You ready to
Yeah,
wrap
me
this
too,
thing up?
dude. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, dog. It's been your best friends. It's Austin, and
Sean,
we love you.
we love you.